Where are we today?
Shugborough.
Shugborough Hall.
Today we're starting a little different than usual. Usually we start in the house and work our way outside into the grounds. Well, today we're starting in the grounds and working our way into the house. We're just into spring and it's lovely to see the little spring lambs all being born. This is the farm here at Shugborough. It's a small farm. They do have pigs and chickens and sheep. We didn't get to see the pigs because they were inside, so we couldn't get to see them. But these are the sheep and their babies, and there's chicks in the other rooms. It's just lovely to see it this time of year. Apologies for the lighting here in the camera. It just affects the camera light, the light that's used in there.
So it says.
So this is the Tower of the Wind. Oh, inside the Tower of the Wind, the gambling house. It's just beautiful.
Based on a Roman building.
You see it's based on a Roman building. Just look at these windows and marble everywhere.
The open as well.
Yes, open, yes.
Yeah, they open those glasses. Look at the marble here.
That's amazing.
Just shows the wealth of the
Yes.
England, really.
The Welsh have a separate gambling house.
Well, it's supposedly play cards.
Yeah, cards.
The Anson family introduced longhorns to Shugborough in 1805 and they were key players in improving the breed's characteristics during the agricultural revolution. The mansion house is filled with oil paintings of prize-winning Shugborough bulls and cows. Despite their fierce appearance, longhorns are a gentle breed.
Right, we're having a vegan flapjack and oat tea and latte. Yeah. Before we continue, it's a shame we can't get to see some of the places that we want to see, though, isn't it, at the moment with the flooding?
Flooded.
Yeah. But still, it's a lovely day, and we're going to head off into the house shortly after we've just done a little bit more of the gardens. So I'll catch you later. So we're heading into the formal gardens. What have we got around here? This is one of the follies. Oh, I think this is one of the themed follies, isn't it? The one. We're heading down to the flooded river and another little folly. I think it's called the Ruin, this one.
At this point, this is where the River Sow meets the Trent, and there's just a little tiny island in between the two of them that meet together, and they've both flooded out, hence the murky water conditions. This is the old pack horse bridge, and over here obviously horses used to go many years ago, and you can still see how it's flooded out from there. It's still beautiful to see though. It just so happens whilst we're here today they had the floating market here, so we got all the barges, narrowboats with selling their wares, mainly lots of food, but there was also some paintings and artwork.
Well, this wisteria hasn't come out yet, at all. Ours in our garden has though. It's got the leaves on it. But I bet this is stunning when it's all out.
Servants' quarters there.
And servants' quarters. So we're getting into the servants' quarters now of the house. Well, I think we should say something about the house first before we do this.
Well, originally
Right.
it was
This is the home, isn't it, of the Earls of Lichfield? Well, it was. The fifth Earl was Patrick, Lord Lichfield, who was the famous photographer and cousin to Queen Elizabeth II. this home was built upon an earlier home.
It was a moated site.
It was a moated site here first.
Then it was the bishop's palace.
Yes.
It was built after them, and then they demolished the bishop's palace to build this house, I believe.
Yes, and now it's owned by the National Trust, who take care of it. Yeah, Shugborough. So the lady we spoke to just has said it was used to be known as Shugborough Hall before it was Shugborough Hall. And there's servants' quarters, the silver collection. That is some nice silver. Oh, look at these knives and forks handles, Andy, they're gorgeous.
Your washing machine here. With the rocks in. That's amazing with the irons on.
That.
All your hot irons would have been on
Yeah. I didn't even notice at first that they were irons.
that. Yeah, flat irons.
Yeah, flat irons, yeah.
And that one there,
The old
that's
sewing
putting
machine.
coal in the iron. We put hot coals into that.
To press all the laundry.
Yeah, press all in.
So this is the original washing machine then, this?
Yes. All the servants' quarters, that's what it is, where the servants of the work down.
Yeah.
Mangles and buckets and washes. That's the big copper where they used to heat the water there. See the big copper inside?
Oh yes, yes.
It's where they'd heat all the water for using. Amazing tiles, lovely tiles.
Yeah. Your mangles and dolly tubs.
Look how worn and polished these are.
Right, we're going to enter the kitchens now. The door up there, which used to be very, very high up, is meant to be high up. It used to have a ladder going up to it, and only the butler would have had the key to the ladder, because what is kept there was the expensive herbs and spices and coffees and teas that obviously might go missing by little light fingers in the kitchens.
This room has a very oriental feel. It's very much seems to be like a chinoiserie room. Everything in it was quite oriental. The story of the Shugborough as we know it today is essentially that of two brothers, Thomas Anson and his younger brother George, who was the first Baron Anson. Thomas was a founder member of the Society of Dilettanti in 1732, established for the appreciation of classical Greek art. And he travelled extensively around the major Mediterranean cities in 1740 on the Grand Tour, and became Member of Parliament for Lichfield in 1747. The Shugborough estate, far smaller than the one we know today, had originally been purchased in 1624 by William Anson of Dunstan, Staffordshire, and a modest two-storied house had been constructed there in 1695. Thomas Anson inherited the estate on the death of his father William in 1720, and from the late 1730s onwards began slowly to acquire the surrounding properties. But in 1744 the return of his brother from abroad allowed improvements to the estate to begin in earnest. Commodore George, soon Admiral Lord Anson, had just completed a triumphant and extremely lucrative circumnavigation of the globe. The expedition to harass Spanish possessions in the South Seas had not gone well until in 1743 he managed to capture the Spanish galleon Nuestra Señora de Covadonga, loaded with American silver. The Commodore's personal share of the prize amounted to a vast fortune, which financed much of the early work on Shugborough during the 1740s and 1750s. Probably the most famous naval officer of his day, George lived at Moor Park, Hertfordshire from 1754 until his death in 1762.
This is the one. Look at this.
Oh, wow. That's just something else, isn't it?
That is fantastic. This library is amazing. I bet you'd love to read it home.
Oh, yeah, I could sit here.
Yeah, and read. Yeah, just read a bit.
With a nice glass of wine, you know what I mean? That's amazing. It's the same chap who did the other one.
Yeah, the Italian. That's beautiful.
You see where Wedgwood got ideas from?
You can, yeah. Right, darling. Right, we're on our way back to the car now, aren't we?
We certainly are.
We've done our day here at Shugborough. So, what do you think?
Yeah, it's very nice. I like the hall and it's fantastic ceilings. Brilliant. And the art amazing, isn't that really?
Yeah, I mean the ceilings.
Yeah.
I've never seen ceilings look so beautiful as those.
I can't think of ones I've ever seen
No.
as good as those.
It's just worth coming just to see them.
Yeah, amazing. The Litchfield apartments. Yeah.
It's a shame it's so badly flooded, but
Yeah,
apparently it does here a lot, doesn't it?
As you can see in the background, we
is.
have a lake.
We do. There it is.
Flooded.
Well, it's not really a lake, it's a field.
It's a
but
field, yeah.
That's flooded. But still, it's a lovely day.
Yeah.
So I'll see you back at the studio.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi and welcome back to my little studio. Well, we've been to Shugborough Hall today and that was beautiful. The weather was fantastic for a change instead of miserable and cloudy and wet. Unfortunately, it's been cloudy and wet for quite a long time that it's sort of flooded there. The river had burst its banks and a lot of the fields were flooded, and some of the areas that we wanted to go and see, like the Chinese pot, were unable to get to because it was just underwater. But we saw some longhorn cows. We went into the house and those beautiful ceilings, they were just fantastic, absolutely lovely. I'd never seen in the places we've been ceilings quite as ornate and beautiful as that, and it's very sort of Wedgwood-esque, I suppose you would say. So Shugborough is definitely a place worth going with a family, or for a walk around, especially when the weather's a little bit better later in the year. Again, there wasn't much in the way of flowers or colour really in which to photograph or to film, but there were certain parts, and it's had its own beauty. Even the flooded part had its own beauty. So I think for my next video, for the paint one, I might do a landscape. I'm not sure yet. We've got baby lambs in there as well, so I don't know, maybe so, but I'll let you know in the next one what it is I'm doing. For now, I hope you enjoyed being with me on this one. Please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. It really does help. And I will see you in the paint video in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.